Today, a lot of you have been asking me to do more sneaker reviews, and a lot of you have been asking me to do more Yeezy stuff. So, you know, from time to time, I like to do it, not too much of it, just because, I don't know, it's all those weird videos where shitloads of comments pop in about people saying they're fake, they're not real, then people fighting and saying they're real. I hate. Does that make any sense? So to avoid that, I don't overpost those videos. But since the occasion of, since the infant Yeezys came out, and they're super adorable, look how tiny the boxes are, came out, this definitely deserves a video. Just because they're super abstract and tiny and cute and really collectible in a way, and I end up using them as, you can just hang them around your neck as a necklace, really. And that's also what I do with Jeremy Scott sneakers, or the baby versions of the teddy bears, or whatever have you. Yes, crazy, maybe. You be the judge of that. I personally love the idea. So let's open them up. I have the Turtle Dove and the Pirate Black. In the smallest size produced, which would be the UK 4. Right there. That's the Yeezy Boost 350 Infant Turtle Dove. And then here is the Infant Pirate Black. There you have it. I covered up the price because I don't like to show prices. If you want to know the prices, check them out yourself. This is just a review on the quality and the looks of these shoes. So I also have the Pirate Black still there, just to compare. Isn't this adorable? Them side by side. Okay, so anyway, let's open up. The Boost is there as well. They're super soft. That's how they look like side by side. Now, usually, you know, people who actually buy these for their kids would buy the biggest size, which was, I think, around 26 or 27. So this one would be, as I said, yeah, that would be a size 20. I don't know. Some kids don't even walk when they're that age yet. Some do already, but this is the type of shoe that if parents really buy for their kids, they would grow out of them in a month or two. So it's not really practical for all the money that they cost to. But as a collectible, they're really adorable. So you have your laces, the Yeezy laces. You get the little hooky thing on the back. You have the very futuristic Star Wars looking bottom here, and the suede leather with the Adidas logo on one shoe, and on the other you have the Yeezy logo on the leather, just like on the bigger brother of this sneaker. So you take your little filling out, that's in there too. And let's see what's inside. So you have your sizing right over there. These were made in China. It's hard to see, but there it is. And then, you have the Adidas Yeezy inner sole. Okay, I don't know if this is visible enough, but it does state Adidas and then the trefoil logo and Yeezy on it. And on the back, they are blue, typical Adidas blue. Very foamy looking and porous. And then you have the little breathing elements in there, the little holes that kind of show you. They go all the way to so from the back all the way to the front of the shoe, the perforation, and underneath you have the Boost showing through. And it goes all the way to the bottom of the shoe. And at the bottom we have it here. We have the Boost logo, the Adidas logo on the rubber sole, and no further Yeezy logos there. So we got one Yeezy logo here and one on the right shoe, inner right part of the shoe. Let's get to the Turtle Dove. Put these here. Unboxing the Turtle Dove. Same structure. Here they are in their box. So, you know, a lot of you have been like mentioning the made in, you know, the coding system. Wait, let's get to the coding quickly. EAN or the other version, and you were saying EAN was fake or not fake. The differentiation, as most of you have already pointed out in the comment section underneath my comparison of the Yeezy Pirate Black first edition, second edition, it varies. It depends whether or not they're purchased in Europe or in the States or elsewhere. But it does not mean that they are by any means fake. By the way, all of these sneakers here were purchased directly from Adidas. So, you know, for whoever is asking, are they fake? Spare me the question. I will not be answering it because I'm telling you here now they're authentic. Baby Yeezy in Turtle Dove or Infant Yeezy 350 in size 20 or a 4 UK. Or as they say, a 5 US K or a 4 UK K. A lot of Ks. That's a close-up of this one. Of course, you see on the Turtle Dove was the first Yeezy for adults version. You see more the texture of this kind of prime knit upper. You see more details to it just because you have the contrast between, what is this? It's black and beige, but it's a black with kind of a red hue in it. And of course, on the back, we have these little hanging thingies with the red details. And the lacing, again, we have the black mixed with the beige this time around. Very pixely looking, but nevertheless very matchy and matching completely the actual shoe. They're super tiny. And basically what I would end up doing would be delacing them and just, you know, creating a loop and just hanging them approximately this height. If you want to wear them as a necklace, you could, just like that. Bam. As tacky as it looks, it's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's open up the, let's take one out of the Pirate Black. For adults, this is a size 8.5 UK. It's a 42 2/3, so that would be a US 9. Let's see it side by side with the tiniest version of this shoe. Now, of course, I don't have the biggest of this one produced. This is kind of like a mid-size. Here they are side by, like one behind the other. Super cute. The difference, like walking next to each other side by side. At the bottom, okay, so here I noticed a big difference. Now, when the perforation at the bottom shows us one big perforation here where we see the boost, and then a slit here and a slit here. So we got 3 kind of bits of boost showing through. The baby version, well, let's turn this one so they're both the same. The infant version has kind of just a hint of what could have been a slit there and there, but it's not cut all the way through. So you do not see the boost poking out there like you see here and here. So that is a very visible and big difference in my opinion. Also, I would say the color is the same, except so the bottom sole of the actual Yeezy for the adults has 2 types of rubber going on. This one here in the heel where it says boost, it's like a thicker, more robust, more resistant rubber, which is this bit here. Then you have this kind of tubular effect, very Star Wars-y looking futuristic rubber, which is a softer rubber, more porous. And then you have this part of the bottom of the sole that is also more, it goes like an L, like that, and then up again. So you could see it's very defined. It also reflects light slightly differently. So that is also the same kind of rougher, more robust, strong texture rubber like the back here on the heel. The baby or the infant version has basically the entire bottom part. Everything down here is the thicker, more robust rubber. And just the outside frame of this kind of tubular look is actually the softer, more porous rubber. But the middle part, which is strange because the middle part is of this robust rubber, except this part here, it's like it's an extra additional piece, but only halfway through cut. I think it's just a design decision that they made to have this look like a separate piece, even though when you actually look inside, it's not this little kind of island over there. It's also the thicker rubber. They're bendable and soft, but not as soft as the grown-up version, just because the bottom sole of the infant version does have more of this robust rubber going on than the adult version has. If we were to pull out the inside of the adult version and the inside of the infant version, I already did before, but we do have the Adidas and the Yeezy, except the bottom then is very different. We have this porous blue for kids, and the grown-ups have the Adidas logo, more structured sole. I guess because also grown-ups are more, heavy, and they need to kind of have a more structured, more resistant maybe sole. Not that kids really need anything. They already have the Boost, so I think that's already as soft as it gets for a kid nowadays. I mean, who knows what the future of technology will bring, but for now, that's how it looks like. As far as the laces are concerned, they're the same, except the miniature version for the infant looks slightly more pixely because the knit is done also with 4 stitches per color. So you have like the lighter version, which is the beige. It has like 4 dots of it, and then surrounding it is the darker, almost like kind of mossy green black version. So for the kids, indeed, the 4 knots for the tiny, more beigey looking part of the lace are surrounded by very thin frame of the darker kind of mossy black texture to it. So they are indeed the same as the grown-up version, but just much smaller. And hence, because they are much smaller, they use way less fabric to create the laces. It does result in them looking lighter than the grown-up version, but they are the same. The knit is, I would say almost the same, like the pattern. It's just that on the infant version, it's a bit lighter, I have to say. Yeah. The lighter waves or thingamajiggies, the lighter kind of bits of the pattern on the infant version are slightly lighter than they are on the grown-up version. It's like a different prime knit. This one feels slightly thicker woven. The infant version feels thicker woven than the adult version. Maybe it's just my impression, but I do think that there's a difference there in the actual knit for the infants. It's a slightly different type of knit, a thicker, different knit, they use the same technique probably, but it just feels slightly different to the touch. And for the turtle dove version, you could see the pattern is it's more clear, it's more defined. And I mean, after so much time has passed, like redoing them, I guess, remaking the turtle dove edition, even though it's for infants now and not for grown-ups, I think that there's a big difference in how, I guess you're setting up the machines and then you're telling the factory what to do, you're ordering the raw materials, so nothing can be like one-to-one the same way that you've produced the first edition when it first came out for adults. But it comes very close. I mean, let's not forget that this is the baby version of, or the infant version of that shoe, so it cannot be the same. It has to be quite smaller and I guess more robust and structured for baby feet or for infant feet, for feet that are growing, that are just getting used to walking. But are they collectible? In my personal opinion, totally. Forever, for whoever is into sneakers, these little bundles of joy are definitely going to be a great addition to anybody's collection, just because You don't have to wear them. You don't have to feel like they're going to get used and abused and worn and torn because you're just going to use them either as a necklace. You're just going to put them in a little pedestal, in a little plexiglass cube or frame, or whatever you want to do with them. And they don't occupy so much space. So you don't have to like store them the way that you would store the big sneakers, because you can just like find a really easy, simple solution to just admiring a very sleek and clean silhouette, even though there's a lot of details going on in the Yeezys 350 Boost Edition. I still believe that they are a very, very simple, modern and sleek looking sneaker. And now we're back to the actual grown-up edition, will they stand the test of time? What are we going to be thinking about the Yeezy 350 Boost in 5 to 10 year time? I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm sure they have set their mark in the history of sneakers, for sure. It's a testament to that is the fact that the infant version came out. You know, you don't just release an infant version for the fun of it. There's also something, I think, there's also a plan kind of behind that. They have set a mark. They definitely are different than whatever was out there. Now, of course, thousands of copies are coming. A lot of different brands are making shoes that come dangerously close to what the Yeezy Boost 350 looks like. So I think they are definitely going into history, but for how long are we going to still be excited about them is the question. Let's wait and see the next release coming out hopefully soon will look like, and will our attention and our desire for them still be there and still be so intense. Let's wait and see. I hope you like this review. If you have, shoe it up. Thumb it up, share this video if you liked it. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And don't forget, guys, no matter how much people look at your Yeezys and say they're fake, just smile back and say, sure, boo, you're right. For sure, you're right. And never give up on love, because love triumphs always in the end. And whoever believes that something is fake when it's not fake, you know that the truth always has a way of surfacing. Surfaces and surfaces, and all of a sudden it's right on top. You can't ignore it anymore. It's as easy as that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. See you all soon. Bye.